my fellow exorcists, and welcome to the Lair of the Film Exorcist. Tonight, Film Exorcist and I will be reviewing Encanto. The Madrigals are an extraordinary family who live in the hidden mountains of Colombia in a charmed place called Encanto. The magic of Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift. Every child except Mirabelle. However, she soon may be the Madrigal's last hope when she discovers that the magic surrounding Encanto is now in danger.
So, ladies and gentlemen, since the new Buzz Lightyear trailer has come out today, I believe it's time that we talk about Bruno. No,
We gotta talk about Bruno.
Yeah, that is the meme of the season so far, apparently. Everybody wants to talk about Bruno because it's such a good song.
Also, Bruno's just a really
Goofy character.
Yeah.
Like, he is literally the modern age Goofy. Like, there's three characters to him. There's Bruno, I think Henrique,
Yeah,
and Jorge. It was Jorge.
Oh.
And what a great spackle it is. But yeah, no, Bruno is a character, and if Maribel wasn't in this, I'd have loved to know that he was the main character. He's also like
He controls the rats.
He controls the rats. On top of that, I think some might say he's the crazy hermit that helps the hero in every story, and then runs away when there's danger. I get Bruno's got a lot of trauma because his mother, Abuela, is kind of turned him into an outcast with the way that, well, not just her, but his siblings and the rest of his family turned him into an outcast because of his visions, because nobody likes bad news, apparently. Even if it turns out to actually be good news, and they just misinterpret it as bad news. Also, like Cinema Witch here said, after we just finished the movie, my second viewing, her first viewing, she noted that apparently generation trauma is a big theme in this. We watch Mirabelle get essentially put down by everyone in this movie except for her parents, who tell her to embrace her normality, I guess you would call it. But I mean, they're also trying to defend her when it comes to her grandmother attacking her, or when she's talking about her behind her back. But everyone else is like on her ass all the time. Like, she's trying to help the family despite not having the powers that everyone else has. I mean, we see at the beginning she makes all this artwork just to make her family happy, to make her youngest cousin's day special, and the grandmother kind of busts on her, telling her, you're normal, so maybe you should step aside and let all the extraordinary people do all the work. The theme is pretty much, just because you're super doesn't make you invincible or invulnerable. And we definitely see this a lot in this movie. From Luisa to Isabel, to technically Dolores for a short time. I mean, everyone's got shit that they gotta deal with. Louise has to deal with the weight that's constantly put on her back, both mentally and physically, because she's always seen as the strongest person in the family, constantly being relied on a little too much. Isabel is the one that's gotta be the face of the Madrigals. She has to be perfect. She's essentially the idea of a princess in a Disney movie. They've got to be perfect. They've got to be, they can have flaws, but they can't always show them.
Yeah, she's, expected to fill a role for the family, carry on the wealth.
Provide more children.
Provide more children, yeah.
Connect the families. Mm-hmm. There's also a lot of parallels to other Disney classics in this. Like, there's the Hercules scene with Louisa where we get kind of an older, more modern looking 3D version of Hercules from, Hercules. We also get, like, the idea of Isabelle is similar to Mulan in a way, but also she doesn't dress up like a man just to get what she wants. I definitely heard during Bruno's, theme music during the, Vision scene, there seemed to be a hint of the Night on Bald Mountain music for Chernabog in it. There was also kind of a reference to the Let It Go song for Bruno.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Everyone points it out because everybody's got to reference one of Disney's biggest movies. I mean, they definitely did it in Zootopia.
That's true.
So let it go. We're going through the city, talking about the Madrigals. We're learning about the family, learning about the town, and Mirabelle. Now this is coming from one of the from the songwriter. I forget his name, but he is very famous for doing Hamilton.
Lin-Manuel
Miranda. Yes.
Yeah, it felt like his music.
That was his music, definitely. His music is good in this. Like, again, everybody loves We Don't Talk About Bruno. I'm a bit partial to Waiting on a Miracle. Mirabelle's I Want song in this movie. Because, again, it points out the problems of everyone is seen as special except for her, and you hear that a lot from her grandmother. Lay off her. Lay off the main character. Also, it's believed that the house is actually the spirit of Abuelo, I mean. Mirabelle's grandfather. Because without him, the miracle wouldn't have happened. It's also kind of harsh that we don't get to see Mirabelle's grandfather die, but they swing the sword at him. It's like Disney's famous way of killing off a character. We know it's gonna happen, but they cut away. It's also said that there's a lot of LGBTQ characters in this movie.
Sad?
No, I didn't say sad.
Cap.
It's also said that there's a lot of LGBTQ characters in this movie.
I said apparently.
Cap.
Like Mirabelle, you can see a little bisexual rainbow on her chest. It's implied that Miguel is gender fluent because he's a shapeshifter. Yet I find it weird that we only see him turn into guys.
I feel like that was like something that Disney added afterwards.
Actually, wait, before someone corrects me, I was wrong. He did turn into Dolores during that one scene, just to steal food. I also liked how, where most Disney movies take place in this big outside world, they go from place to place. Here, the entire movie, except for like the ending, takes place in the house. Like, we go from room to room, learning about the family, learning about the problems of the two sisters, and then we go into the walls of the house, which is another, essentially, area. We go through the giant rooms of Antonio and Bruno, and then it leads us outside when the house is destroyed. And it takes us right back to where it all began, where Abuela is given the miracle at the beginning. And we do get that really beautiful romance story between Abuelo and Abuela, revealing how they met and why the miracle was given, because they are so pure in that moment. Like, I feel like they were trying to replicate the up scene. Would you say maybe Disney movies might also be losing their touch again?
I wouldn't say that. Why do you say that?
It's just kind of a question that I'm putting out there. Like, we've seen so many Disney movies. They've been doing this for years. We did have the Disney Dark Ages a while, like a couple decades ago. But now it kind of feels like they're doing the same thing. Like, they kind of did the old, tired story of a superhero in a normal family and switched it around with a superhero family with a very normal character that doesn't even gain powers like most. I'm also going to make it clear that we're doing this movie because we are feeling a bit of Spider-Man fatigue.
I just didn't want to watch Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's just 2.5 hours, and it's, I don't know, I'm gonna be so bored.
It's supposed to be one of the worst superhero movies, so we decided to do this one instead.
Yeah.
Because
I enjoyed this a lot more than I would have the other movie, to be honest. I really liked it a lot.
well, I mean, who wouldn't enjoy a Disney movie, even if, again, they've been doing this since the early 20th century.
Yes.
I mean, I might have gone off the handle earlier with the whole they're getting tired, but yeah, no, I lied. Disney is still going strong.
What would you rate this movie?
That is a very hard question because while it's good, it's really good. I've seen some better movies.
I would say I like the theme. I feel like it's really well done. I like the colorful cast of characters. I like our hero.
But then again, you also gotta think this movie does a lot to put that hero down. Like, they just don't miss a chance to destroy her.
Yep.
Which,
Honestly, they should have destroyed her. This whole movie, set it on fire.
Nah, no.
0 out of 10.
I don't agree.
It sucked.
I don't agree with that.
It was terrible. Don't watch this movie.
I'm just saying that they could have toned down the hate on the main character a bit. While this is very close to home, and a lot of us in Gen Z, Gen Y,
Generation Y. Are you referring to me as Generation Y?
okay.
Generation.
Well, obviously you're not a millennial.
I mean, I'm somewhere between Millennial and Generation Z because I would not lower myself enough to you.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
either way, both generations are stuck with this kind of theme right here. The constantly being looked down by the other generations because they see us as maybe a bit weaker, would you say?
I'm not getting into this.
Oh,
End the podcast.
I can't. Not without your answer. Would you say that we are seen as a bit weaker
Yes.
like Mirabelle is?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Exactly. That's why we needed a movie like this now.
Yes, it was the answer to...
All the generational hate that has been going around for a while. So, yeah. 9. 9 out of 10. Could have been better. Definitely could have been a whole lot worse. I'm looking at you, good dinosaur. But yeah, it's a really good Disney movie.
Yes.
And a really good 2021 movie. So yeah, have a great night. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little notification bell for more videos and more of our content. And to listen to Cinema Witch Sleep. And, don't always wait for a miracle. Go after that miracle. Or be that miracle.
Oh, bless.
Have a great night, guys.